we want to solve this quadratic equation using the completing of squares method. So let's look at how we will do that. We have this quadratic equation. The first thing for us to do is to move the independent term to the right. The independent term is the term without any x. So we move it to the right side. When we move a negative number, -4, to the right side, we get a positive number. So now the trick is to have all the numbers that are accompanied with x on the left hand side, and the one which hasn't got any x on the right hand side. Now the next step is to make the coefficients of the x squared 1. When we look at the coefficients here, if the coefficient is already 1, you don't need to do anything. But if it isn't, you have to make it equal to 1. So to do that, we have to divide this term by 2 to get rid of this 2 here. Whatever you do to this term, you have to do to all the other terms. So I go ahead, if we divide this by 2, this term by 2, we get x squared. Now we also divide this term by 2, so we now get x, and we divide this term by 2, we get 2. Now we are at this level. The next thing for you to do is to divide the coefficients of x by 2. This is the coefficients of x in our case here is 1. Because x hasn't, there's no if there is no number here, it means it's 1. So we divide the coefficient of the of the x term by 2, and then you square the result. So I divide 1 by 2, and then I square the result. Now this I need to put in this equation so that I'm able to complete the squares. So I put this in this equation here. It's positive number, so I do plus 1 over 2 squared. And whatever I do to the left hand side, I have to do to the right hand side. So I have to add as well here my half squared. Oops. Okay, so now what I have here is I have x squared plus x plus half squared is equal to 2 plus a half squared. Sorry, I forgot the squared. Now if you look at this, you can complete the square and write x plus 1 over 2 all squared, and then you solve this. You can solve this easily. Let's look at 2 plus and a half squared. First of all, let's do open it. We have 2 over 1. 2 is the same as 2 over 1, and then we have plus, we have half squared, so we have 1 over 4. This will give us 8 over 4 plus 1 over 4, which gives us 9 over 4. You can also do it this way. You can either multiply, you do a cross multiplication, multiply 2 by 4, and then you add it to this 1, you get 8, and then 1 times 1 is 1, and then you add the 2, so you have 8 plus 1 all divided by 4, because the denominator here is 4, and then you get this. Now after getting, we are here now, so we know that completing the squares here, we had x plus a half squared is equal to 9/4. Now we want to get rid of this squared sign, so what we do is that we take the square root of both sides. If I take the square root of this side, it removes this 2 here, this squared here, so I'm left with this, and then I take the square root of this side also. The square root of 9/4 is minus or plus 3/2. I mean, the square root of 9 is, it could be minus 3 or plus 3. The square root of 4 is minus 2 or plus 2. So we are here now. Our main goal is to solve for the value of x. You see here, x plus a half is equal to plus or minus 3/2. So we split it into 2. We have x plus a half is equal to minus 3/2, and x plus a half is equal to 3/2. This is a mistake here, I have to correct it. It's 3/2. So I have 3/2 here. Now we go on and resolve for x for the two values of x. I would resolve the first one. We have x is equal to minus 3/2. This crosses the equal sign, it becomes minus half. So we end up with minus 3 minus 2 is minus 4, all divided by 2. So x is equal to minus 2. So one value of x is x equals minus 2. Now let's look at this. Let's resolve for the other value of x. We have x is equal to 3/2. This the half crosses the equal sign, it becomes minus, so minus half. We end up with 3 minus 1 is 2, divided by 2 gives us 1. So the next value, the other value of x is x is equal to 1. So this is how you can solve a quadratic equation using completing of squares. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can watch more videos. I'll be uploading more videos. Thank you for watching. Bye.